Hey everyone, it's your friend here, David Miller with WikiPicks.com. And I want to talk quickly today about this 10-game losing streak that the Padres had. And the reason that I bring this up for my example is in the sports betting community, people tend to bet what I would say is the obvious, or it's kind of like they're on level one in their bets. For example, they don't try to think, well, this team has to do this, so the lines makers are going to do this because the public's going to bet this team. They kind of just take a level one approach. So for teams that are in losing streaks, they'll say, well, this team isn't very good, so I'm not going to bet them. Or for a team that has to win, they'll say, well, I'm going to bet this team because they have to win. And your recreational bettors, they just don't think beyond that. And a couple of the factors that we as professional sports bettors look at are whether teams are, in losing streaks, winning streaks, must win, not a must win. And we try to take teams that are in must win games. We look at those teams and we actually a lot of times will find value going the other way. So, for example, if a team has to win their next game for whatever reason, lines makers know this and are going to adjust the line accordingly. So, and the same thing goes for teams in losing streaks. All of your level one recreational bettors kind of just take the approach, well, this team's in a losing streak, they suck. Lines makers know this, so they adjust accordingly for the price in that situation. So this this game right here, actually this losing streak, was really interesting because here you have a team who's lost 10 in a row, and we try to take teams that are in losing streaks. Now, this isn't always the case, but you will find a lot of value because nobody wants to bet them. So it's kind of like the lines makers will throw you a bone on these teams. So they're in this losing streak, which we like to bet on them. However, though, when they're chasing, well, not chasing, but they're trying to hold on to first place in the division, it's kind of a must win. So it creates these type of situations create difficult bets because you go, wow, I like to bet teams that are struggling, but it is a must win. So what I would advise you guys to do is you know that this is the situation, so just kind of ask yourself, what are the lines makers doing? I mean, are they adjusting it to a must win, or are they adjusting it that nobody's betting on this team? So kind of think what you think that the average person is doing and take the opposite. And I feel that over a season or even over a year in all three sports, you'll pick up a lot of extra units trying to do this. It's kind of like a game of psychology. Well, they're thinking that the average person's thinking this, and you have to be sure. You don't have to be sure. I mean, you could still make your bet and learn from it. But if you need help, also we're here to help you. So not a problem. So remember, guys, must wins are must bet against. And don't be afraid to bet those teams in losing streaks. Don't look at it like, oh, they're a bad team. Look at it like, let me find some value. For WikiPicks.com, this is David Miller. Talk to you later, guys.